Hi, my name is Hong Zheng from Beijing Institute of Technology, and I'm very happy to be here to share my paper published at POMS. The title is Profit Margin Guarantee Contract in a Channel with Downstream Competition. This is a joint work with Professor Lin Tian and Professor Guo Li. First, the motivation of our research. In recent decades, manufacturers have been reliant on giant retailers or e-tailers for distributing the products. So given such a background, some retailers have started demanding for a PMG contract with the manufacturers. So the PMG contract means the manufacturer has to ensure that the retailer's profit margin is not less than a certain level. Otherwise, any shortage in the retailer's profit margin should be chewed up by the manufacturer. In practice, some retailers like Jingdong, Amazon, and retailers in various industries like fashion apparel and groceries have already implemented such a PMG contract with the manufacturers. And in practice, we find that firms perceive the PMG contract with conflicted preferences. For example, the manufacturers view the PMG contract as a coercive device. Some scholars also stand with the manufacturer and show that PMG contract nearly wipes out all the profits from the manufacturers. So even for some commentators, they use the videos in the social media platform like YouTube. They show that PMG contract brings a ton of risks for the manufacturers. So surrounded by these negative sentiments, the retailer's statement that PMG contract is a win-win mechanism seems less convincing. So this motivates the first research question: does PMG contracts really bring a life or death struggle for the manufacturers? And in practice, some retailers are the early birds who have already signed a PMG contract with the manufacturer. So we call these retailers as the signed retailer. There are also some unsigned retailers. Intuitively, PMG contract enhances the signed retailer's competitive edge, but brings an unfair competitive situation for the unsigned retailer. So this observation motivates the second research question and the third research question. Does PMG contract always benefit the signed retailer, and does PMG contract always hurt the unsigned retailer? So we consider a distribution channel. The manufacturer distributes the products through both retailers at a wholesale price. The retailers simultaneously resell the products to the end market by charging the retail prices. The retailer one is the signed retailer, and we call the guaranteed profit margin is the PMG rate. Retailers compete with each other in the market with a demand function, and the manufacturer incurs a per unit production cost. So here are the implications of our study. We find that manufacturer can adopt a cost-independent pricing strategy to strategically trigger or avoid the PMG contract. So when the production cost is low, triggering the PMG contract is beneficial for the manufacturer. So in this case, the manufacturer will strategically increase the wholesale price to induce the triggering of PMG contract. And when the production cost is high, triggering the PMG contract is detrimental for the manufacturer. So in this case, the manufacturer will strategically reduce the wholesale price to prevent the PMG contract from triggering. So for this reason, the manufacturer would not always hurt by the PMG contract, and the signed retailer would not always benefit from the PMG contract. For the unsigned retailer, we find that in some cases, the PMG contracts can benefit the unsigned retailer. So that means the unsigned retailer may enjoy a free riding effect generated by the PMG contract. Finally, PMG contract cannot yield a win-win outcome for all the firms, whereas a lose-lose-lose outcome may arise in certain conditions. So the results show that the public is actually biased toward the PMG contract, and the results can also offer some implications for the regulators when making the policy. We thank the editors and the reviewers for their comments, which have significantly improved this paper. We also thank the support from the funds we have received from China. Okay, thanks for your attention. Here is my introduction of my paper.